Burns, as always, to the left of me, I got the brother VSOP.
VS to the OP, you know what it be, man. We out here repping that LBE, rocking the MDMA all day.
Amen to that. And special in-studio guest, we got Passaic's own, New Jersey's own, corner of the world record CEO, the unofficial / official mayor of Passaic, New Jersey, the brother Kiamo.
People's champ.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Family,
sir.
salute, family.
Yeah, you think
Love
you'll ever
it.
go into politics?
Yo, you're not the first person to ask me.
Word.
I don't think you're gonna be the last. Nah, man, it's too much. Like, I see people be mad at the mayor for not having, parking spaces and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that'd be a lot, And no matter what you do 1,000 things right, and one person gonna complain about it. You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna be able to please
and
everybody.
You're never gonna please everybody, and that's a lot in itself.
And
You know
people,
what I mean?
but
we chatted, though.
Believe your power, right?
Yeah.
If you're the mayor, you only can do but so much. But to someone, they think you're Superman.
Yeah,
you can't build me
that
up.
everything's at the snap of a finger and shit.
And me and him had sit downs and we talked and stuff like that.
Good,
It's a
at
good,
least.
good dude. Shout out to Hector Laura and stuff like that.
That's
So
what's up.
he does everything in his power that he can. You know what I mean? No matter what you do, it's just like in the industry doing music, you can't please everybody.
Exactly.
So you just gotta wake up every day and do what you gotta do and try to do the best thing you can do with the power that you have, and try to give opportunities and open doors for certain people. And at the end of the day, it's like, that saying, at the end of the day gotta end. It is what it is,
Not only that, plus politics probably more shady than the music industry.
Oh,
so.
it's
Yeah,
they both dirty.
Yeah,
you know
they
what
both
I
pretty
mean?
dirty.
Yeah.
So probably pretty shysty. So
I want to give a shout out to all the politicians out there giving an honest effort to make a difference in the community and enrich the lives of their supporters.
Yeah.
The actual true brothers and sisters out there that get up and fight every day, regardless of how handcuffed they are by a system that wasn't made for them to succeed. Y'all keep trying. To all my street leaders, to all my talkers
Activists.
out there, activists, people on the
Facts.
front lines, whether I believe in your cause or not, because some of y'all be protesting some bullshit. But if you out there, I respect anybody who fights for what they believe in, regardless of what your belief is, as long as it's not some sicko shit.
I was gonna say, so you were down with the Nazis?
No. Whoa. You ever heard?
They believe some shit.
You ever heard Hitler's speeches translated?
Yes.
They're not that bad. Anyway.
All right, Kanye.
No, I wasn't down with the Nazis, but anybody who's willing to fight and die for what they believe in, I support you, and I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing, and may the force be with you, bro, because everything is against you other than
Big
that.
facts.
That leads me to my next question, Brother Kiamo. I see you as a leader in Passaic. I see you get a lot of support from the people, from the neighborhoods, from the businesses, from the kids, the adults. Does that ever frighten you?
Nah.
The reason I ask that, right, is because when people that are not intended to have power gain too much power, they are removed from power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you are developing such a following that you can make positive changes. And everybody don't want to see positive changes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why my grandfather named me Malcolm. He knew I was gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? And like me growing up in my community, like I am what I am, and I'm from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about, we grew up in these parks. We grew up like, that's why I did the albums I did. I was able to bring everybody together, use my voice, and use my influences and relationships that I have with people. And that's what it was all about, giving back, and not just with artists, but with businesses, giving back with businesses. So shout out to JB District 36. Shout out to Daphne and just all these businesses that came together, from nonprofits. We was able to get News 12. We was able to just gather toys, shout out to, like I said, JB, his wife, District 36. We was able to gather toys and people that donated time and donations to, we had damn near 1,000 toys during Christmas time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was the most powerful thing to do. And it was just,
And that wasn't your first community event of the year, Christmas. You had done one.
We did Thanksgiving,
too,
you know what I'm saying? And like I said, and then before that, we even did the back to school. You know what I mean? We did the school supplies and shout out to Rebel Wave. They donated. We got book bags and then they donated more book bags on top of that.
Right.
So and then I also had boxing involved, so kids to come. Shout out to Peter. Peter came and trained some kids in boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we just had a whole bunch of events and this is things I want to do and give back to the kids. You know what I mean? And next year we even gonna do it crazier.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of my friends got their training certificates, so we're gonna do like a little boot camp for parents and kids to come. You know what I'm saying? So I said we just want to do things right, have my friends involved, and you know what I mean. Watch them do their thing. You know, have a couple of my friends have their own. You know, they cook in the kitchen. They have their own businesses. They're serving food to. You know, we fed over. I could say like over 100, 200 people, and it's all out of our pockets. You know what I'm saying? And that's big. Like, and we coming together. It don't matter how you look. Dominican, Puerto Rican, Colombian, Peruvian, Mexican, black, whatever you is. We brought Passaic together, and that's what it is. I grew up like that. You know what I mean?
Taking care of the community.
That's it.
And that's like, that's amazing because a lot of the times artists will leave the hood and never come back and do nothing for the community. You know, and you stay entrenched in the community in a positive way. Yeah, you know, because sometimes you got these artists that won't leave the community, but in a negative way. Yeah. You know, and impact the community. But you are doing all the right things. And it's dope that the mayor works with you. He's got a dope ally in you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody on the street level, you know what I'm saying? So that's dope, man. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, he be shouting us out too. Hector be shouting me out and showing love as well too. So that's what's up. You know what I mean? I'm not asking for nothing from him. Nothing. Right. I'm not trying. You know, the key to the city and none of that. You know what I mean?
But if you're giving them out, I don't see too many other people in Passaic.
But a lot of people say it though they self. You know what I mean? Regardless if you don't have nobody give you the key to the city physically, you got the key to the city. You know what I mean? I still walk through the hoods, different hoods that ain't my hood, and it's still love. You know what I'm saying? Where my cousins are in different hoods. My families are in different hoods. And everybody's just proud of what we doing and trying to bring everybody together. You know, you can't save everybody, but I could just do what I can do. That's it.
Absolutely.
It's like I said at the beginning of the episode, man, people's champ.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Real quick, there's an artist out of Passaic, a good brother named Stack Federal Dollars. He'll be up here, I believe, in May. I'm not sure if he was on Passaic the album, but if you do a Passaic the album part 2, I'd love to see a Kiamo Stack.
We got a
Federal
track.
Dollars collab. Do you really?
Yeah, 98 Ben. So like I've been working, man. I got something.
Is out?
Nah, I've been working on. So I got a sound. So going to like, you know, we dropped Franklin Saint. Basically, I was dropping soundtracks to different projects. Yes. You know what I'm saying? To different, movies. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
So we got inspired by Franklin Saint. So I did something for Franklin Saint, and we also did something inspired by Paid in Full. Dope. So I got a track called 98 Bins.
But that's not out yet.
That's not out yet.
Okay, the Paid in Full is not out yet.
That's not out.
The Saints and Sinners, inspired by Franklin Saint, was out, but it got taken down. Why did it get taken down?
Because something due to
is it IP?
I can't really say too much, but I can't really say too much about it. But we know what caused a lot of this stuff, and I was.
Will it be back up?
Yes.
Okay. So be on the lookout for that. Now let's go back. You said your grandfather. Excuse me. Was it your grandfather or your father who gave you the name Malcolm?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather. Okay.
Kiamo, the original Kiamo.
The original Kiamo. Yes. Yeah. And Uncle Joe.
Oh.
You have an Uncle Joe.
Yeah.
I was listening to the Eastside Story.
Yeah.
You're talking about.
That's a whole different story.
Yeah. In late 2024, I believe the last time you were up here. A few weeks later in 2024, you dropped the Malcolm Story.
Yes.
Yeah. Dope album, dope project.
Facts.
I believe you had the release in conjunction with Def Jam. The album release event or listening party?
Yes. In the same place that Def Jam be in to record.
Okay. Then, first of all, a Malcolm Story, great album. How did you feel the reception to that album went?
I knew a Malcolm Story changed my life because it changed everything for me and like.
That was distributed by Rock Nation, correct?
Yes, distribution.
Yes.
I knew it changed my life because bootleg websites posted it and was selling it. Nice. And I didn't even get mad. I said I made it. Yeah. I took it like that. Like,
your favorite rapper's 50,
bootleg,
right?
Huh?
Your favorite rapper's 50?
Yeah.
You remember? You've heard the story of how he used the bootleggers?
Yeah. He was talking, but that's why 50's such an inspiration to me, man. And like, don't poke the bear. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna ask you a dumb question, and this episode's probably gonna be outdated, or this question's gonna be outdated by the time this episode drops. And I 99% know the answer to this question.
Yeah.
50 or Ti?
50.
Okay, easy answer.
Yeah.
So a Malcolm story got bootlegged, got love.
Yeah.
Had dope videos.
Yeah, it made a lot of people cry, men cry, women cry.
Yeah.
Like, is that a Malcolm story really, like, I was just like,
You
wow.
know, I had to turn off the Eastside Story today on the way up here when it got to the grandma song. And I knew it when you said grandma and then the chorus vocals came in.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
Oh, like, no,
let me tell you, that song to me, it was almost to the equivalent that All That I Got Is You.
Oh,
It reminded me so much of that song, how it was a stripped down version of a song, and it was just you and the keys that were playing.
I broke down writing that, recording that.
You know what? I could hear it in your voice, yo, and I was like,
yeah.
damn, bro. And it gave me the same, because to me, like, a lot of people don't even like that song, that Ghostface song. To me, that's one of my favorite Ghostface songs.
That's one of my favorite. Remember, I did A Beautiful Life on a
exactly.
Malcolm story.
Right.
So I love that record.
For some reason, that song reminded me again of, you know.
It's certain records like that.
Yeah.
Beanie Siegel, Feel It in the Air, DMX Slipping. That just put you in that zone with them emotions. You know what I mean? With them
That's why
records.
some people don't like them songs. They're afraid to.
Those are my
dig
favorite
within.
types of songs.
People going through that every day.
That's
man.
what I mean. Like, we all humans. Everybody goes through their bullshit. We might not, show it and shit like that, but still, we all go through our shit.
What's the name of the song? The official name of the song?
What song?
The grandma song on
May
Eastside
Francis.
Story.
May Francis.
May Francis?
Yeah.
May Francis.
Again, I didn't listen to it.
Yeah.
I heard about 10 seconds and I knew exactly where it was going, and I was like, not right now. I'll go back and listen to it like on a Sunday morning or something, when I'm in the right vibe. But definitely I loved the album, Eastside Story. We're going to get to that. That was the 2026 most recent release.
Yeah.
But after a Malcolm Story, in 2025, you went on a crazy run. You dropped at least 6 projects.
Yeah.
And you EP'd 2 projects.
Yeah, you were involved with another 2.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the EPing of the projects in a different segment when we have a convo about your relationship with Def Jam, and we're going to have a convo about Corner of the World Records. Y'all could be the new Def Jam, because Def Jam ain't really.
Def Jam.
I love Def Jam, but damn, Def Jam ain't.
They not Def Jamming.
Yeah.
Still, shout out to them because I love them. But
Yeah. For sure.
anyway, 2025, big year.
Fact.
Franklin Saint went up, got taken down. That's okay. It'll be back. You
Yeah.
dropped Passaic, the album.
Yeah.
How stupid question. How many MCs from Passaic didn't make the album?
There's a lot,
And
what
not
I mean?
because they're not worthy. It's just you can't put
I
everybody
can't
on the
put-
album.
Yeah.
There's 32 artists on that album, you
That's
know?
a gang of people.
That's more than any compilation I could ever say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me to try to, I did a Passaic Cypher where I documented it. I did a whole press run where we went on IG Live with Culture Craze that has a little show and stuff like that from the city. So I had everybody in the city involved.
Dope.
You know, it's not easy being able to do that, where we even had Drink Champs Sports, Paul, that's from Drink Champs, did an IG Live interview with me. He's from Passaic, so we had a lot of people from, people that made it from the city and doing big things come back, and they was seeing what we were getting involved in. So that was something major, man. Like, I was just excited, because I wanted to give the city something we never had. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to do that. And I did something like, to make people serious, if you want to do it, $50. To enter, you know what I'm saying? And 32 artists got involved, you know what I mean? So Quentin, shout out to my brother Quentin Films, was able to, they got photo shoots, we did a vlog, you tell your story a little bit, did a Passaic Cypher, and the whole 9, and we had a great run, a great release with that one.
And
You know what I'm saying?
And you EP'd the album, correct?
Yeah, I didn't rap on it. You ain't hear no Kiamo verse, no Kiamo nothing. I just executive produced it, track list after track, put which one goes next. I did a dope intro, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the artists on the Passaic.
How did that make you feel? Like,
it made me feel good,
like
bro.
a proud father, right?
Not even that,
Not
man.
like you, and not like you're not like your little bro and these. Not even like that, but like the fact that you put it together and you were able to get everybody, in the same space doing something positive.
Facts,
you know what I'm
facts.
saying?
And you
like,
got a chance. Remember, I think I said it last time, where when you actually heard the album and heard these other artists talk about the city, you start to understand me a little bit more when you hear my music, when I'm talking about certain people, and you know what I'm saying. So that it was real like that, you know.
That's dope.
Will there be a Passaic the album part 2?
If there is, you know what I mean, I won't be involved in it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when you start doing that too much, it's not appreciated as the first one. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I wanted to do that, work on it, because at the end of the day, my team wanted me to do another Kiamo album, but after the major release of A Malcolm Story. But I said, nah, I want to do something like this for the people. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
Dope.
Yeah.
You said Passaic's never had something like this, right?
Nah.
Like Passaic the album, the cipher, the releases, the content.
You got ton of artists. You have ton of artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to have somebody that was able to say, yo, I'm gonna grab everybody. I'm gonna have the cameras there. We're gonna have photo shoots. We're gonna have, you know, the right way to release a project with press runs. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I did everything in my power and my knowledge that I knew how to do with my own rollouts and try to shed light with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even show them how to do it. If they didn't have knowledge of it, you're actually showing them now hands-on how to do the
Yeah,
shit.
and you had a lot of artists that continue since the album dropped. You have Zini, you have Focus, Frequency, that's been dropping consistently and been working and doing a ton of things.
Yeah.
And
Well, you gave them a launching pad.
basically,
That's
you
what I
know what
mean,
I'm saying?
Yep.
And they're doing a lot of artists from that album is doing phenomenal too.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? And then another thing too that's deep, because you know we had hoods beefing with each other.
Within Passaic.
Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
So some people was able to get on that album. You know what I mean?
That was beefing or had a difference.
Yeah, not saying they're gonna support the person's track,
But they deaded that
out
beef
of
long
respect
enough.
for,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Out
Exactly.
of respect, nobody gonna talk sideways out there. You know what I mean? Out of
exactly.
respect.
That's a
You
beautiful
know what I
thing.
mean?
That's
Yeah.
dope.
So that was something that was real.
Dope.
So, I want to challenge all these other artists out there. Brother Kiamo, proud of you. City of Passaic, proud. I'm sure they're proud of you.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of them. You know what I'm saying? To all the other artists out there. Y'all all claim to be the king of the city and the mayor of your town. Pull the people together. Put out a project. Represent your city. Not on some beef shit like I want to see Passaic versus Patterson or Passaic versus Newark, but I think it'll be dope if Passaic puts out Passaic the album and brothers in Newark get together and put out the Newark the album. It's not a competition. I just think it'll be dope to see cities reunify in a way that we haven't seen in a long time. Because back in the day, it was like, you know.
What inspired that album, to be real, was Nas's Queensbridge album.
There you go.
That inspired the
There you
Passaic
go.
album for me. You know,
Dope.
not saying we could have got all in the studio together, because that's a
course.
lot too much time.
Yeah.
But that inspired that for me.
That's perfect. And I hope now you inspire the next person.
Exactly.
And
Love.
we see more of these compilation type things.
Exactly.
To continue going in 2026. Excuse me, in 2025. So in 2025, you actually EP 3 albums.
Yeah, basically,
'Cause you
yeah,
did
yeah,
Passaic
yeah,
the
yeah,
album too,
yeah.
so
yeah.
I'm gonna add that one so when we get to our EP combo.
Credits.
Now back in 2025, you also dropped, and these are out of order, pardon me guys, but you did Passaic the album. You also dropped Remember Me at 16.
Met me at 16, yeah.
And this was like a concept album, no?
yeah, that was really a mixtape, like mixtape having fun, like just rapping, showing people like, yo, this is what I do, like I rap. Yeah, we make records and stuff like that, and yeah, we exec, but this is what I love to do. So I took it back to me being 16 years old, and what was my inspirations? Hooping, going outside, seeing shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listening to, like, you know, getting fly Max at that time. I was 16, so 2010, you know, Max B's out listening to French, you know what I mean? Like getting fly. You had the True Religion, I mean, just looking fly, you feel me? So it took me back to like when we outside at the high school, whatever, like, my spit sign, you know what I mean? I'm
Right,
like,
right.
yo,
No
like,
song structure,
yeah,
no
I
hook,
just having
no
fun,
bridge,
just
nothing,
rapping,
just bars.
Straight
bars,
lyrics.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So that's what Remember Me at 16 just made me feel like that, you know what I mean?
You went back to your childhood.
Yeah.
As a real rapper, do you feel like you have to get that out sometimes?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why 50 feel like, that's why he dropping how he dropping, because he's like, you making me, you testing me.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun, you know what
Y'all
I
heard
mean?
the 50
It's
diss?
fun.
Yeah, I heard it.
yeah.
With Max B? You talking about?
No, because that one's whack. The other one where it sounds like
Oh, it's Eric
Like
Box in
050?
Atlanta.
no, the other one, the newest one. Damn, that's just fire. I just heard it.
Oh,
yo.
the one he just dropped.
Yeah.
Nah, that's an old track, but I think they said that's old verses, but he just put a new beat behind it. That's on my project in like 2010. That's what they were saying.
Nah, it can't be that one then, because this one's very specific what he's saying to these people. He's talking about the whole Harris family. He says your
I
son
think that's
rap
AI.
like J. Cole.
Oh, that's AI.
That's AI?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, facts. I seen that was hard. I was like, ooh,
That
whoa.
shit was hard.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
damn, 50's
pause.
back. And in the 50 T.I. debate, I side with T.I. because I personally think T.I. is a better rapper bar for bar.
Right.
But when I heard that shit,
Nah,
I was
yeah,
ready
that
to delete all my clips. Like, wait a minute, I'm finna be out here looking crazy.
Nah, yeah. I know what you
Oh, so that was AI?
Yeah.
Fuck you, AI.
There's
Yeah,
a bunch of Biggie
I
AI
should've-
out there too. Videos, you know.
Yeah, I know it's AI,
Yeah.
but that 50
That sounded real.
That
Yeah, I
sounded
heard it
like
too.
50.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Mixtape 50. I was like,
damn.
oh, even the beat. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
He fucking went. He did something.
Yeah, I
The
heard
bars.
that. I heard
Ah,
that too.
No, that was AI.
I'm back on. We back riding with T.I. I'm back riding with T.I.
Tip.
All right, so remember me at 16, brother spitting. Then we get to Omertà 3, the Midtown album.
Yeah, that's everybody in my hood.
That's
Everybody
specific to your hood.
Yeah, that's Midtown.
So these are like
all Spanish
you have more
artists.
relationships with these
Yeah,
artists.
that's all. They all Spanish artists too.
So,
All
nice.
Dominican.
and
You know what
why
I mean? So,
why that came out
Dominican,
after
Puerto
Passaic
Rican.
the album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that like, all right, I showed everybody love, but now let me show my hood love?
Yeah,
Okay.
Basically,
yeah.
And you was spitting on this one.
Yeah, that one I was spinning. Because I did Omertà 1, I did Omertà
Yeah.
2, and then Omertà 3. I said, you know what, let me turn it into a Midtown album. And shout out to all the artists I was a part of it. And I mean, if you know, that's really from around my way. You know what I mean?
Dope.
I'm not going to say all Dominican, June. I'm mistaken. My boy June, Midtown, June, Puerto Rican. So it's just like everybody, you know what I mean? Like, I just...
That's
Hey,
dope.
quick shout out to DR. Y'all won the war.
Yeah, we're going to win the whole
Baseball
thing. We're
Classic.
going to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's not over?
Nah.
It's not over?
Nah,
I
no,
thought they
no.
won the whole championship.
No,
What's
it's not
left?
over.
Nah, because we got. I know the finals gonna look like Dominican versus Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna look
Oh,
like.
shit. I thought
So
it
they
was
gonna go
over.
at it.
Oh, wait a
Nah.
minute.
Yeah.
Peel back the shout out. Puerto Rico. Let's do something. And if we don't, shout out DR. You
Nah,
know?
yeah, for sure.
Um,
Shout out both nations.
yes, absolutely. I
Absolutely.
shout out all the composers.
I'm half. I'm about to. I got a little bit.
Amen.
Rican,
To that.
I
There you
ain't-
go. What came after Omertà 3, the Midtown album? Better Late Than Never or Remember Me?
Better
at
late
16?
than never. I dropped in February. Oh, and I dropped Love Lost His Soul Part 5, and that got taken down. Part
That
5.
was the one
Yeah.
with you were in the car on the
Yeah.
cover. I like that one, and it disappeared.
Yeah, that one too.
Oh,
yeah.
Why did that one get stricken?
That's something I'll talk behind the scenes.
that.
I ain't, yeah.
Damn, so see, I knew 2025 was more than 4 fucking albums. 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember like, damn.
And
Kanye.
2020, and
Yeah.
that one got features nothing but females on that.
Yes, I remember.
Did a whole
that
female
album.
Dope.
project as a
Dope.
whole by females. Yeah,
Part 5, yeah. Damn.
I was working. Man.
Will that be back?
Yeah.
I
Those
really
two.
like that
yeah.
album. Damn, so why the female feature album?
I think that was something that's dope to show my
Yeah.
love for female artists. You know what I'm saying? I feel like female artists are something dope. Shout out to Jody Banks, you know what I mean? Shout out to Zini that was on there. I can't remember everybody, but I know those two specifically, you know what I mean? But
Do
definitely.
you think
I dropped that in January. I dropped Better Late Than Never in February. I dropped the Passaic album in March.
you see?
I dropped in April a Midtown album. And then, if I'm not mistaken, May and June, I released Remember Me at 16.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And then volume 2, I believe.
yeah, Volume 2. Volume 2 really had like old records. I had certain records when I was like 17, 18 on that album.
Oh wow.
Volume 2. I was just really, I have so much music. I was
gonna
just
say, yeah, you
putting
got shit
stuff
in the
out.
vault.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, for people. So if I'm not mistaken, that's the breakdown. Then
Yeah.
the executive producing the other
Damn.
joints. Franklin Saint came out in February too. I dropped twice in February.
I was gonna say, so 6 months you dropped 7, 8 projects.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Do you sometimes feel that dropping so consistently, like,
Waters you down.
not well,
Spreads you
great
too-
question. Do you think it waters you down, but also do you think it limits your ability to work a project? Like, you're so damn, I keep hitting the mic. Sorry, brother. you're
Oh yeah, you keep moving.
You're
on,
moving on to the next project so fast that there might be songs on this project that people fuck with that you ain't really work. You know, maybe you ain't drop a video or whatever. Do you feel that way, or do you think you're giving yourself ample time to work the projects the way you want to?
I feel like a Malcolm Story. I was talking to my Uncle Edwin about this, and he was like, "Wow, I didn't understand you was doing this." So basically, a Malcolm Story is power, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you go to certain tracks where I'm talking about, you know, let's say when I say certain lines in a Malcolm Story as a teen, I'm talking about my teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
Now it takes you to remember me at 16 when I'm talking about my teenage years.
Right.
Now when I'm talking about a Malcolm Story and you hear me talking songs like Situationships, Love, now it takes you to Better Late Than Never, Love Lost His Souls type projects. So you could really get a full breakdown. You know what I mean?
So it's a universe.
So it's a universe thing with a Malcolm Story, and then like all those are under the tree of me telling my life and stuff like that in different avenues.
Have you ever written it out like power? Perfect example.
Yeah.
I've seen online there's a chart and
like
it starts with power and it
yeah.
shows the branches into this.
Yeah.
Do you think, would you ever consider doing that? So somebody that like, everybody don't have the ear to catch that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they might not get it, but then when you tell them about it,
Yeah.
it might pique their interest. And be like, damn.
So this is the first time I'm actually breaking it down like on a podcast. So
Oh,
y'all got that
podcast exclusive.
Yeah. Y'all got that like exclusive drop because
Dope.
I only talk to Edwin about this and like my team will know. Sometimes my team like, yo, why he just work? He just dropping.
Yeah, nah.
But in my head, I'm like a machine. I just don't.
Right.
Stop
And there's
working.
a reason for
There's a reason for
everything.
Everything I do got a purpose.
Exactly.
If you're not gonna understand it now, 2 years from now, you'll be like, wow, I got what he was trying to do.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean?
obviously this will break it down too.
Yes,
This will help.
yes.
Because if I was on a bigger platform, like in the industry, right? If I was in the industry, mainstream, people will be like, yo, he's a genius. He's a GOAT.
Yeah.
But they're not seeing that right now because they see, they feel just where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, people like if Kanye or somebody like that was the people like what I was doing, they say, yo, this kid is a genius.
Right.
He brings that element of like hip hop where it was just like it was fun where you was dropping mixtapes with 50 Cent dropping Give Rich Die Trying, right? But he was still feeding people mixtapes in the streets.
Hell yeah.
So that's what it is to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you're creating all like your own universe basically with all these albums.
Yeah, facts.
So
And now you're EPing artists that were on Passaic, the album.
Yeah.
So these are like spin-offs now. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, that's deep, y'all. I want y'all to go back and listen to a Malcolm Story, distributed by Rock Nation, released late 2024. That is the genesis of the Kiamo universe, and from there, the following projects are branching off into these different chapters and chambers and stories and stuff. And that's very dope.
Very creative.
Yes, absolutely. I don't think many artists are thinking.
No.
And again, I don't know if many fans nowadays, with the attention spans being the way they are capable of critical thinking enough to know, like, damn, this motherfucker. Oh shit, that line he said on track 2, that shit's related to this whole project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's dope though. So everybody go back and re-listen to everything and
Listen
put
to
it all together.
Listen to it with different ears.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then in 2025 also, was that when you did your film, your short film that you directed? Or was that this year?
Yeah.
That was in 2025.
Father's Love.
also, right?
Yeah, Father's Love. I did that like the end of like almost like October. If I'm not
25.
mistaken, October 2025. Yeah,
So that
Father's
was a
Love.
busy year. You see, I thought
Yeah.
2025 was a busy year. So I was gonna ask you what sparked the level of creativity, but you just broke it down for us with the Kiamo universe. So definitely dope. Out of all those projects you released that year, 2026. 2025. 2 questions. Which one was your favorite to record, roll out, release, and which one were you most emotionally connected to?
Can I say a Malcolm Story?
Hell yeah,
Malcolm
Story's
Story,
like your reasonable doubt.
A Malcolm Story is my favorite and my most. I'd say a Malcolm Story. What I went through to create that album,
Right.
what I went through to finish that album, what I went through putting that album together, and the release and the attention and like everything with a Malcolm story, I will always say Malcolm story shift everything for me. Facts.
You kind of like allude to it too. I forgot what track it was. I think it was in the track about your grandmother where you say 24 broke you.
Broke me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Broke me.
So, but still, it broke you, but you're still here.
Yeah, facts. You know what's so blessed, man? I'm happy, bro. Like happy. Like my support system, everything. Even my partner, like she outside. Like she I told her to come up here and she's sitting outside proud, like for what I'm doing right now, my new thing. You know what I mean? So like I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like I'm in a great space. Like
you look happy.
Man,
you got the glow.
I'm happy, bro.
You made it
like,
through the storm.
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I mean?
And like my daughter's doing great. You know what I mean? We got her lemonade stand coming out this year.
Oh,
you know
let's go.
Maya
Yes.
Lemonade. So we doing a lot of great things.
And happy belated.
Thank you,
Yeah,
bro.
no,
Thank
happy
you,
belated.
thank you. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy to be here with you guys. You know.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you,
Yes,
bro.
you're always invited.
Yep.
And it's
show,
always a
man.
pleasure to
Family
have you
member.
here, brother. You're a consistent artist.
Yeah.
That is undeniable fact. Anybody who don't see that is blinded, and not Stevie Wonder, because he not blind and he not fooling me. Ray Charles, maybe. What does your creative process look like when you're locked in on a project and you're like, yo, boom.
Remember, a Eastside Story was literally recorded in 3 days. It was just the process was just getting So Real to come, and So Real did the tracks that same day.
I was
So
saying
it was
he
like
produced the whole album.
He just talked over the records.
Oh,
That's
he put
basically
the album
it.
together. He basically hosted the album.
I hosted the album,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So like, I don't know if y'all remember, I did a project Diaries Ran in the Garden, hosted by DJ Absolute, and that was the last time I had a DJ like talk over a record. So we wanted to bring that essence back, having a DJ talking on the record, and it makes it
Yeah.
feel good. Like, what up, baby? Let's go.
Yeah,
So it gives
yeah,
that element of So
And So Real, you ain't slick. I think on track 2 or 3, you
Yeah,
was
he
throwing
kidding.
your little bars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Real said, yo, I'm tired of just talking. I gotta spit something. I said,
I got
do your
something.
thing. Yeah, and he went off the top too.
Oh,
That was off the top.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
he's
okay.
having fun, man. That's what it
Good for
was.
him,
The Eastside
man.
Story was having fun, man.
He from Passaic too?
Nah, he not. But I met our story was So Real is that he was doing a house party at my man's spot. That's why you say in certain records, and like I say, like Queese, I talk about Queese. That's my brother, and Queese used to have these get-togethers at his crib. So Real was in there DJing. I go in there, everybody in the hood like, yo, my little cousin ran there. He nice. He like, he ain't nice. He's like, everybody saying like, nah, this is that. Then everybody telling him like, nah. Milk that nigga, soul that, and then you don't know about soul. So then he was like, yeah, he put a beat, spit, and everybody was like, and then he heard me spit, he's like, and then right there we built a relationship. He was DJing at the Classicals, and he'll tell you, there's videos, footage of it, that he never seen. He said, yo, it looked like Nas. When I came through, it was like 30 deep. You had different, like my hood in the corner. The stage was jam packed. Girls was coming on stage. My man's like, yo, control your female. Like, my bad. Control your girl. Like, it was crazy. And he said he never seen the Classicals like that ever.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Ever. Like,
Dope.
so me and him have a relationship for a long time.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What inspired the Eastside Story?
The Game's album, the documentary, he has a track called West Side Story. And I want to do something from the East Side, give a different element and approach what's going on in the East Coast. And that's why you see the album cover, you see the font, and almost looks like the documentary.
Right. Yeah.
You a big
Honestly.
Game fan?
Hell, I love Game.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Game album?
Documentary, Doctor's Advocate, Jesus Peace.
Red Album was dope.
Yeah.
I like the Red Album.
I like Doc 2 also, documentary
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Game
Documentary too.
is I don't know if he's underrated because I don't know what people say. I know his
He can rap his ass. So
No,
that's why
yeah.
when people
his shenanigans make him.
That's what it was.
bring
That's,
him down.
that's what it is.
But Game has a very strong discography.
Hell yeah.
And he could fucking rap, bro.
Yeah.
I will even say, I don't think he has a bad album in his discog.
That's
He might not
bad.
have
Yeah.
tremendous albums, but there's not a bad one in there.
Yeah,
No.
correct. Year of the Wolf maybe on the lower end, but
But
yes,
still not a bad
not
album.
a bad
No.
album. No. He knows how to craft songs.
Yeah,
and
for
he,
sure.
Yeah, he
his
know
voice is
hip hop.
great.
He knows
Yeah,
hip hop.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's a student of the game. You can tell when he
Yeah.
raps. And shit.
Absolutely. So you're doing Eastside Story creative challenge against Westside Story, right?
Yeah.
You're doing Remember Me at 16 bars challenge, right? You did the Passaic album, Passaic challenge. You did the Midtown album, Midtown challenge.
Yeah.
So how are you constantly finding different ways to creatively challenge yourself? Or are these just ideas that are sparking like, oh shit, West Side's, like sometimes you just sit there, you be like, West Side Story? Man, why nobody did Eastside Story? Let me do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it just like that, like a spark idea? Oh shit.
And then I start listening to music and I start getting into a zone and I'll get into like I just get into a different zone, man, and I just be locked in and I'm like, all right, that's why I could finish a project in 3 days. I may not record for 3 months, 3-4 months, but then when I get in that zone, I can record an album in 3 days.
It's like a flood.
You know what I mean? And it's just I just get like that. I was like, all right, we're gonna do a rollout, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this. You locked in with me? Nah, all right, so this album ain't for you to lock in with me. Right. Like somebody else for the time. You know what I mean? But one thing I can always say is Quentin Films is always on each project involved. So he was always in tune with me. That's my brother. So like, you know what I mean?
With these creative concept type albums, can we talk about the Paid in Full one?
Yeah.
That's dropping this year?
So the idea for us to drop, because 50 and Cam is working on the Paid in Full series.
Yes.
So my idea is to hopefully drop it around when they're like talking about it a little bit more.
Because the algorithm's gonna be on
it. Yeah, you know what I mean? But we have that's executive produced with my cousin Dez. One producer, my cousin Dez, produced the whole project.
Dope.
It's EP, about 7 records, you know what I mean? 5 to 7
records. They got a
title? Not right now. We might. I was thinking about calling it Solar Money Mitch, because on the album Notorious Way, there's a song called Solar Money Mitch that I did.
Yeah.
I shot it with the Go BBS with DJ Thorough and stuff like that. So like I want to call it Solar Money Mitch, but it could change. You know what I mean?
So, everybody be on the lookout for that. That's gonna be fire. And there's a joint on there, 98 Benz featuring the brother
Stack
Fed.
Yeah.
To go back now, Passaic the album, the Midtown album. You are a Jersey representative through and through.
Yeah.
Other than the artists you fuck with, other than the artists you have relationships with, how do you feel about the Jersey hip hop scene right now?
It's dope,
is it
man.
Bubbling? Is it strong?
It's dope, man. With Fetty, with Albial, Surf, with Surf Come Home. We have a lot of Jersey drill, Jersey artists, Jersey club artists. It's doing phenomenal, you know what I'm saying? And like at the end of the day, that's what you want to see. We have a lot of talent, man. A lot of talent. A lot of artists that can rap, you know what I mean? From the Passaic County area, Sussex County area, you know what I mean? Sure. Union City and all these other places. Yeah. Talented artists, producers, you know what I mean? Really, really working out here.
Give me 3. 3 artists from New Jersey that people should check out right now. Not Albial and Fetty Wap. We know them.
Yeah, we know them.
Shout out to them though.
It's hard it's hard for me to just say that, because people say, "Oh, you forgetting about me." I mean, and I got so much relationships with people.
I can name 2. Zini.
Absolutely.
And She Bangs.
Absolutely.
Shout out to that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about them because you EP'd both of their projects in 2025.
Sure.
We're gonna get to that. Yeah. Absolutely. Who got the king right now? Who got the crown right now in New Jersey?
Jersey.
Dang, man.
Maybe Albial.
I feel like you know what I'm saying. It's a lot of kings, man. A lot of queens in hip hop in Jersey, from Jersey hip hop. You know what I mean? And I feel like to just say one person is like, in New York, you ain't got just one person. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody got their own run. Hove had his run, Nas had his run, 50 had a run, you know what I'm saying? DMX had a run. So I feel like with Jersey, you have a lot of kings, but you also have some queens, man. Got some female artists that could spit. You got some female artists that could sing. You know what I mean? Now, the thing is, we shouldn't be competing not with each other. It's about, let's make these albums. Let's make some classics.
Yeah.
Let's get in the room locked in with these producers and create a sound and a storyboard to your life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's the thing. I feel like there's a lot of kings and there's a lot of people that can grow in their own avenue. When I hear Albie, I get that sense of like Beanie Siegel, DMX, and like you feel that pain in the music.
That
you know what
real
I'm saying? That we
street
the street music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so it's just that. You know what I mean? For me, like I just want to see these people get, you know, I'll be locking in the same producers as probably did Beanie Siegel, the second what is it?
The Beat Coming.
The Beat
The Great
Coming.
album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like same producers, the Just Blaze and all them people. Like reach out to Albie, work with them. You know what I'm saying? You from Jersey too. You feel me? Like you could create a dope album for so many dope artists. Not just him, but there's so many dope artists of where we from. You know what I'm saying? In Patterson and Passaic, you know, all over. You know what I mean? I got people from East Orange. I got family out there. There's just so much all over Jersey. I don't want to just say one specific area in my city, but there's so many all over, man. You know what I mean?
To take it off the artists, are there any producers in New Jersey that you haven't worked with yet that you want to work with?
Just Blaze.
Oh shit, Just Blaze is from New Jersey.
Hey,
Yeah.
Patterson, baby.
Shout out to Just Blaze.
Yeah, Just Blaze. Definitely Just Blaze.
Sure.
Any other?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm cool. Oh.
we gonna shoot you some beats.
Yeah,
and
you
we're
gotta
gonna
shoot
add
you
a
some
name
beats.
to
Yeah,
that
yeah,
list
yeah,
right there.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I know. Well, I want to say I believe I know the answer to this question, but let me allow you to answer it.
Yeah.
Do you think Jersey artists still have to work twice as hard as New York artists?
Absolutely. I always said I had to
this
be.
day
I
still?
always said I had to be 10 times better than a New York artist. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we just had it. Matter of fact, crazy you say it. 2024, going into a Malcolm story, we did a New York cipher where everybody, Lil D was in part of it. I don't know if you ever seen him, but Fat Joe talked about him and everything. And like we had people from like on the radar at the cipher, and I went. And people was like, "Yo, where you from? You from like where you from? You from Queens? From Harlem? I'm from Passaic, New Jersey." You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm from. And like at the end of the day, I knew I had to be 10 times, 15 times better than the average cat from New York. I had to make sure I'm fly, dressed right, than a cat from out there. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just a whole approach just gotta look right. You know what I'm saying?
You're already like at a deficit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once you say Jersey.
yeah.
To go back real quick, I wanted to ask you this question.
Yeah.
To go back to the creative concept albums,
Mm-hmm.
has there ever been a thought that you were like, "Oh, this is fire," and you start fucking with it, and then maybe halfway through you're like, "Wait a minute, this maybe this ain't."
With a Malcolm story, I was recording it, and mind you, I ain't take nothing off a Malcolm story. But I said, then I got into a space where I'm like, man, I ain't here right now. So I took a step back, and I was like, yo, recording it. I'm like, I can't think straight. And then the last songs that I recorded was Neighborhood Hero 3, Glory, Soul Hurt. If I look at the track list, I could tell you. But it was like almost four. House Ain't a Home.
And these were all post Storm, right?
Yeah.
When you got back to recording.
Yeah, this is all. I recorded those songs in 2 days. I'll never forget it. I was on fire. I was like, yo, that's it. Once I recorded Glory, Glory's the last song on a Malcolm story. I said, this is it. This is the album done. And I said, this is it. Yeah.
How'd you know it was done?
I just knew.
Yeah.
I talked about everything.
Okay.
I wasn't hiding. Like, that was everything.
Got it all out.
Yeah.
Do you feel you are one of the, other than Fetty Wap and Albie Al, who are signed to major labels, do you feel you are one of the leaders carrying the flag for New Jersey hip hop in 2026?
Hell yeah. I'm gonna show people you can't play with Jersey and show people Kiamo coming. You know what I mean? Like Kiamo is like aiming
Loaded.
Yeah, like Kiamo is gonna cause havoc in the industry. You're gonna have a problem with this kid because guess what? This kid's smart.
Yeah.
This kid is smart.
Yeah.
And it's gonna scare people to say, I don't know if I could work with him because I can't fool him. I can't trick him. You can't fuck with him like that. You know you ain't gonna be able to play me. You ain't gonna be able to. I said it on a Montana way. Like I seen the houses, the cars, the jewelry. Like none of that can impress me.
Exactly.
Know what I mean? Like who my family is and who they really are and what they stand for. Nothing can impress me. You know what I mean? You can have bankroll stacks on stacks. All right, it's whatever. I seen it.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna say nothing about the cars. I seen it. Who my uncles is, who my cousins is. I mean, the houses ain't gonna impress me. My grandfather bought the house in '73 and owned it. You know what I'm saying? Coming from where we come from. them stories is real about the real Kiamo that I really want to shoot a movie about, documentary about, that these people think, you know, we had a Bumpy Johnson ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We had, you know what I mean, top dudes, you know what I mean?
And
my
now's
grandfather
the
was.
perfect time for you to do that, brother.
Yeah, you know?
Especially with
There's
the whole
so
city
many
behind you.
hosts that are looking for content.
Yeah.
And, you know, a story like that, an untold story that's pertinent, you know, and new, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I said, like, you know, Montana Way, talking about that record. Maybe you chop this clip up a little bit, but like on Montana Way, when I say Kiamo and Uncle Joe,
Uncle Joe, yes,
but that's another story. Uncle Joe was the mayor of Passaic.
Oh,
yeah. So we get
the
original.
Uncle Joe EP project.
So like, you know who my grandfather was and what he stood for, you know. But I won't say too much on camera, you know.
Now you directed oh man, I didn't write it down. A Father's Love?
Yeah, A Father's Love.
Father's
Shot
Love.
and directed
Would
it myself.
Would you direct the Kiamo story, the real Kiamo?
Yeah.
So
I gotta go down south.
And would that be under Neighborhood Street Cinema?
Yeah.
Okay. So real quick, Kiamo also has a movie production company.
Yeah, Neighborhood Street Cinema.
Neighborhood Street Cinema. He works with local businesses to help them get their content game up, promotion up. He directed a short film called The Father's Love. If somebody wants to see that, where can they watch it?
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Go check that out. And is that now a separate challenge, passion?
Yeah.
Direct. Have you directed your own videos?
Yeah.
Okay.
I direct the real story is, Quinn Films will tell you. He's like, I put the camera in his hand. I was showing my own videos, directing it, and then one time I told bro, it was like 2015, 2014, he was taking pictures of me. You know, yo, take a picture of me, bro. And he would get them right, and then I'll be like, oh, you got an eye for this shit, bro. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go get the camera. So I got the T3i, the Canon. Yeah. He got it. He started shooting with it, and he was just doing behind the scenes before he was doing all the real camera work. You know what I'm saying? And like from there.
Which is probably the best kind of footage.
You give your homie an opportunity.
Well, not only the best kind of footage, that was the point I was going to make. You taught him how to fish.
Exactly.
Yeah. He can go down
and
eat
through anything.
If Brother Kiamo says, I'm retired, I'm not doing another song for the rest of my life.
Yeah. He could do whatever.
Could go film 1,000 videos, documentaries, whatever.
Exactly.
So that's a beautiful thing. Brother Kiamo, shout out to that, man. As we wind up your interview, how many projects are we getting in 2026? So far, we got an Eastside Story. We in March. I feel like you going slow this year.
You took your foot off the gas.
I'm just working on a lot of things, as in like with filming stuff. You know what I mean? That's it. Like I've been dropping music a long time. So I was 18 years old. I ain't never stopped. I drop every year. Every year, you see, I dropped damn near dropped 7-8 times last year, and like comments like that, like I'll get a comment sometimes like, "Yo, you still rap?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, I just dropped 8 times." like, yo, like,
are you paying attention?
Yeah, can I not breathe?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Can I live a little?
So he's telling you, chill out.
Nah. I just, you know, I'm happy. You know, I'm able to raise my daughter. I'm able to do things. I want to set things up for her. You know what I mean? Help these businesses and grow these businesses in my community. Because, you know, the key thing I tell even artists is like staying relevant when having to drop music. So what ways can I stay relevant? You know, on my birthday, we went and read to the kids, Dr. Seuss, you know, my daughter's class. You know what I mean? Giving back time like that. Though they ask, you know, parents that want to do it. I said, yo, I'll do it. Like, I'm here for the kids, you know, so it could look dope. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you are an artist in the hood, no matter how street you are, whatever, you're able to give back to the kids. You're able to give back to the community. You know what I'm saying? Some way, somehow. You know what I'm saying? Me teaching, not just me just getting there, hey, yeah, I'm going to read. No, I actually talked to my daughter's class. I said, when everybody, look, when I say, ayo, everybody say, all right. So it gets the class quiet. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, so when I say, hey, yo, everybody, all right. Everybody knew. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to that, Brother Kiamo. Real quick, while we have you here, a random question. Because you are the voice of the streets. There was recently a movement that said, fuck the streets.
Yeah, I seen that.
How'd you feel about that?
I feel like at the end of the day, like the music was inspired by the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like some people saying that because they get caught up in stuff like that. You know what I mean? When I come up, I'm realizing what it is. I seen it. You feel me? So I mean, at the end of the day, you spreading your message now. It's cool. It's cool, but people done got hit up because of your shit already. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So do you get mad at cats like, you know, that's why I respect dudes like Nipsey, you feel me? Because he was really from the streets, and he really was who he was, but he's telling you, you ain't got to be that. Be who you is.
Exactly.
I'm born in this environment, so this what comes with it. But at the end of the day, we giving back. I'm not promoting violence.
Exactly.
You hear Nipsey Hussle music, he not promoting violence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He promotes getting money, producing your whatever you want to do forward and whatever you want to do positive. You know what I mean? Elevating you feel me? He ain't promote violence. You know what I'm saying? But he came from what he came from.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And he still got killed. That's why it hurts me because, you know, with that parking lot, I spoke about it. In that parking lot, you know, how many times they try to stop, they try to stop him, Black Sam, cops coming through, elevating it, and now he gone. They want to give him a square. Yeah. God bless them giving them that square. Exactly. But they should have praised him and protected him when he was alive. And I'm not saying the people, but I'm saying, you know, the system. You know what I'm saying? They should have protected him and stuff like that. But you know how they is. They want to give you your flowers when you're no longer here. But that's why Nipsey was always an inspiration to me.
Yeah. No, shout out to that, and for those that are unaware, it has been announced that a Nipsey Hussle album will be dropping this year. Yeah. So look forward to that, Brother Kiamo. Before we let you go, 5 years from now, when you look back at the career, right? What do you want people to say about this particular era, from a Malcolm story to wherever we are in 5 years? Because I think we all think that Malcolm's story reset, right? Like that's the regenesis. That's the new starting point. That's the Reasonable Doubt. That's your Illmatic. So from there, you know, like you're now. You're a rookie with fucking 10 years experience. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So where will you be in 5 years?
I always said I love what 50 do, like executive produce TV shows and like getting his hands involved in that, documentaries and stuff like that. I feel like, you know how they do superhero movies, 50 Cent do all the drug dealers and stuff like that, series and stuff like that. Like he did the BMF and now he's about to do the Paid in Full and stuff like that. I feel like that's dope, you know? They're taking like Don Diva magazines, them characters and putting them on films, you know what I'm saying? Whereas like, yo, we have a Carlton Hines in every hood, a cat that's so, you know what I mean, and played ball, you know what I mean? Like those are dope, hearing people's stories and creating like series about them, you know, because we got them everywhere, you know. So I feel like stuff like that is always ill to me, and creating soundtracks to it. You know what I mean? Like, remember, Mr. Soundtracks? Like,
I love soundtracks, bro.
You know what I mean?
And that's dope too, because like the soundtracks, right? You think about it, in that era, they were listening to that shit. They were hyped about that shit. They were also talking the way we are talking about music today and shit. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, that's dope to listen to all that old music and everything like that and what got them going and all that, You
know what's funny? That you compare it to superheroes and to a lot of people, those were their superheroes.
In the hood, you know
they didn't believe in Superman and Batman because fuck them. They're not coming to rescue me. I'm fucked up. But I believe in Money Mitch up the block. He gave me $10 something to eat something.
Exactly. And that's dope. Like you said that too, because it's like a whole cinematic universe. Because every hood got them. Every hood got one of these heroes, or anti-heroes, or whatever you want to call them.
That's what they call. That's why a lot of people say like, "Come, you're the neighborhood hero." Like I stand on that. Like there's times I'm in the bodega and I see kids in there and they got chips or whatever. I'm like, and they'll have they're counting and I'm like,
they little bread,
and I give them, I pay. I say, y'all good. They're like, for real? I'm like, yo, just do good in school. Just do good in school. And every time they see me, they say, yo, 50 Cent. You know what I mean? So
shout out to that, Brother Kiamo. Thank you for pulling up today.
Sure. Always.
Much love as always. You know, we always support. I want to know when the Lemonade Stand goes live.
Sure.
I want to know when the Paid in Full EP is dropping. Everybody out there, make sure you go check out an Eastside Story out right now featuring DJ So Real. Go all the way back to a Malcolm story. Use that as your foundation and then branch off from that. Use that as the tree and then branch off from that. You know what I'm saying? Brother Kiamo, you want to give any shout outs before we let you go?
Man,
bro?
shout out to you guys. A great hip hop debate. Nothing but love for you, brothers.
Thank you, brother.
Shout out to the corner of the world. Shout out to a kid in this universe that got a dream. Prosper, make it happen for yourself. Shout out to the moms that's getting up every day and doing it. The dads getting up every day and doing it. The uncles, the abuelos, the tias getting up every day and doing it. And shout out to yourself. You got to give yourself grace. Give yourself that you can do it. No matter the mistakes you went through, be positive, and this is for y'all.
Absolutely. Shout out to that, Brother VS. Shout out to Brother Max, who's home taking care of his son. Shout out to that. Shout out to Brother F in the other room, Straight Frago Studios. As always, chin up, chest out, carry yourself with honor, carry yourself with pride, and we'll be back. Jersey.
Yeah.
Salute.